Yes. If Baltimoreans continue to vote their friends in versus people like me that maybe not from Baltimore, from Washington, D.C. I am, but I truly believe God had me born in D.C. because of my upbringing. I learned a lot. Okay, I've achieved a lot. All right, former CEO of Xeron Automated Business Services. Okay, finally, see they start things here. Can you put the camera over here? Put the camera over here. They start things here, but they don't finish. That's been the administration over the past at least 4 administrations. At least 4 administrations. Okay? At least 4 administrations. So, Baltimoreans, if you truly want change to take place in Baltimore City, you have got to vote change in this election season. And I'm going to tell you, this is a pivoted moment for Baltimore. You know, Baltimore is actually on its way to becoming a ghost town. When my husband and I first 3-time boxing champion, Kenny Baysmore, and I first moved here in February, leap year, February 2013, Baltimore, I Googled the population. And Baltimore's population was at 1.3 million people. 1.3 million people is what Google said Baltimore's population was. Okay? And guess what? It's now at 602,000 people. And over a course of 7 years. Now, let me tell you, because I was part of, worked on Capitol Hill, actually was behind the scenes on a lot of the redevelopment projects. My husband was a lead carpenter for one of the primary contractors, developers in the country, that Clark Construction, that actually did about 65 to 70% of Washington, D.C.'s revitalization work. Okay, kept skilled and labor people working for 2 decades now, and they're still working. A lot of people have retired, but still, like my husband, but still working. So I know what redevelopment looks like from behind the scenes. I know how to negotiate those contracts where it does not create massive gentrification. The rules here must be changed. I hope to work with Bill Henry. I'm hoping that you guys do vote him in as the new comptroller for the city. He's making some necessary changes, being that chairman of the ethics committee. I like some of his changes. I do question that they have to be very, very, very specific and fine-tuned. But I gotta tell you, this is Baltimore coming very close, very, very close to becoming a ghost town. Now, y'all can believe that or not, but that's not an exaggeration. This city, if you do not vote the right leader in, and I am that right leader, because I have a reputation of getting things done to completion. I can get it done. Okay, they take too long here to put money on the ground. They take too long here to complete projects. They're scattered instead of being organized. So when you talk about massive revitalization, I already know what to put in the contracts when I negotiate contracts with developers, investors, so that there is no massive gentrification that will occur under my watch. It's going to take me 8 years. I can reduce these over 20,000 vacant and abandoned properties and lots. I can reduce it by 50%. I can. Okay, under my leadership. I can reduce this by 50% over the course of the next 6 to 8 years. Over the course of the next 6 to 8 years. Okay? And so there is no doubt in my skill level or my mindset. But Baltimore City, when you had the opportunity, like Mayor Pugh, to bring me to the table when I was organizing a 2-day working summit to end homelessness here in Baltimore City back in 2015 and 16 and 17. And my outline alone helped her get $30 million additional dollars to help end homelessness by the creation of affordable housing. They didn't even fund the trust fund, the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, until last year, and I don't even know whether or not, but I'm going to check the numbers because I need the actual numbers, but I don't even know if, because I know they diverted $21 million at the end of 2018 over to the BPD, the Baltimore Police Department. And so if you guys don't think that if y'all gonna keep voting the same status quo, and when I say status quo, let me define it. Status quo is when you keep voting friends, family members, people that have been in the political circle for decades that have not achieved any, that look, they are not focused here in Baltimore on the things they need to be focused on. Here it is, I've been here 7 years, and I'm totally focused on all of you in Baltimore City. So, Baltimore City, I'm asking for your vote. God would not have had to send me and my husband here if there was one candidate that's on these on the Democrat or Republican side that could achieve this. I sat back for a whole year and a half and listened to the candidates before I even filed my paperwork. And I said, let me see if there's one, dear Father God, just one. I want to see if there's one person that is truly focused on stopping the violent crime here. I want to see if any of their plans include the necessary maneuvers and necessary strategy to actually get on top of the violence. I want to hear whether or not, and listen, whether or not any of them have the strategy or to actually rebuild and create a new Baltimore City. Not one of them.
Take the next right
I am that leader.
Then your destination will be on the right.
I am that leader, Baltimore City. And so I'm trying to actually get this camera to turn around so I can actually flip over, but I am that leader.
Your destination is on the
okay.
right.
This is Zulieka Baysmore, moderate Republican mayoral candidate, coming to you live as I tour the city for the 1,000th time. And that's no exaggeration. As I tour the city for the 1,000th time this morning. And just finishing drawing my plans for creating new Baltimore. I love you all. You guys be a blessing in a young person's life today. Remember to be that voice of reasoning, because without our young people having the right mindsets and the right grooming and the right upbringing, there can not be a change, even when it comes to getting on top of the violence here in Baltimore City. You know, we all play a role. We all play a role. Thank you.